Being a professional driver is not the easiest job in the world, and one thing's for certain: we don't keep banker's hours. Trucks are running 24 hours a day, every day of the year. And when we are working long hours, fatigue can set in. Then our job isn't just tiring, it can become downright dangerous.
My theory is there's no load worth dying for. Sometimes you just can't do it. Fatigue, you're tired. In that situation, I think the best thing to do would be to contact somebody and tell them, hey, I'm tired, I can't make this. Rather than pushing it, eventually you're going to find yourself putting it to sleep and putting it in the ditch, or, worse, killing someone.
Driver fatigue is a major cause of truck accidents, serious truck accidents. According to the National Transportation Safety Board, over 250 professional drivers are killed each year in accidents directly caused by their own fatigue. Avoiding fatigue and knowing how to handle it can save your life. Driver fatigue is caused by two simple things. You're not getting enough sleep, or you're not getting the right type of sleep. And you are the only one who knows. It's your responsibility. The first step in protecting yourself and others is to make sure that you are following the hours of service rules. The regulations on allowable driving times are clear. Sticking to the required driving and rest hours not only keeps you legal, but may help save your life or someone else's.
One of the things that as drivers we have a tendency to forget, the law is really there to protect us because we're probably our own worst enemy. We always think we can go a little farther, we always think we can do a little more, but the law is there not only to protect the motoring public, the law is there to give us a chance, protect us too.
Most of us need about 8 hours of sleep every night. Sometimes that can be difficult. We try to get by with less. A few hours here, a few hours there. If you're pushing a pencil, you might get by. But with a full load at highway speed, you're just asking for trouble. When you operate on too little sleep, it's like withdrawing from the bank. A little here, a little there, and the account is empty. You can develop sleep debt and overdraw your account. There's only one way to pay it back, and that's by getting enough rest. Statistics show that when fatigue is the cause of an accident, it's generally the result of too little sleep the night before. Another point about sleep. We all have different patterns of sleeping and waking. For most of us, there are 2 times to watch out for. From 2 to 5 in the afternoon and from 2 a.m. to 6 in the morning. These are the periods that most of us are least alert. Don't let lack of sleep make these periods a danger zone. One last thing about sleep. If you think you are getting enough sleep and are still tired, you may be suffering from a problem called sleep apnea. If you suffer from constant fatigue, check it out with a physician. In spite of our best effort, we may find ourselves suffering from fatigue. Knowing what to look for could save your life. Watch out for these warning signs. Your eyes start to lose focus. You find yourself yawning, missing an exit, or other signs of lost concentration. Or an episode of highway hypnosis, not remembering the last few minutes of your drive. You know your own body better than anyone else. Listen to it. There are other signs that it's time to get off the road. If you start to weave out of your lane, or perhaps you can't concentrate on any one thing at a time. With any of these signs, you could be in danger of falling asleep. It's probably happened to you. You had jerks, and you realize that you've drifted off. These are short micro-sleeps that can last up to 5 seconds. At highway speeds, that's over 100 yards. Enough time to cause a fatal accident. You have to get off the road immediately. Warning signs are danger signs. Each time you recognize one of the warning signs, pull over and thank God you're still alive and didn't harm anyone else.
I would never want it on my conscience that I pushed myself when I knew I was tired, when I knew I was fatigued, to make a delivery, and because of my actions where I knew I should have been resting, where I forced myself to get the load there, where I was involved in an accident and someone lost their life or was seriously injured or crippled.
The true professional can take steps to prevent fatigue from occurring. In addition to getting plenty of sleep, it's important to plan your trip to allow for break time. At least one break every 2 hours on the road. Don't think that caffeine or pills can solve the problem. They won't, and can leave you even more fatigued. Use your sunglasses in sunny weather, especially in winter when sunlight reflected off snow causes an overall glare, and keep your windshield clean. Watch out for those cheeseburgers. Fatty foods can actually increase your fatigue on the road. Eat light while you're working. Save the heavy meals for when you're off the road. Keep plenty of fresh air coming into the cab.
I think it goes way back to where you originally planned your route and make sure that you don't start off tired in the first place.
Coffee doesn't do the trick. There's only one thing that'll cure fatigue, and that's sleep.
Driver fatigue can be fatal. The professional driver knows to avoid it, how to recognize it, and what to do about it. Follow the hours of service rules. They help prevent fatigue, and they're the law. Get plenty of sleep, and make sure it's quality sleep. Know how to prevent fatigue from setting in. Know the signs of fatigue that can lead to an episode of microsleep. If you feel fatigued, get off the road. One last thing. Keep an eye out for other drivers. Their fatigue can be just as dangerous to you as your own.
If you do stretch the rules of the hours of service, not only do you take a chance of fatigue and, of course, killing yourself or injuring others and killing others, but you also take the chance that you're going to have to pay a fine or lose your job.